After midnight on a Saturday night, Ross Chapman was called to a fight at the Opera Bar involving two groups of males.
When I got there was a large-scale brawl between two groups underway. There was bar stools being hit over people's heads. There was a lot of people injured, like broken noses, bloody mouths. It was quite a pretty serious and vicious fight. I did my best with the security that were there from the Opera Bar to attempt to separate the two groups, and we managed to give one group a direction of sorts to move on down to the car park and attempt to stop the fighting. The other group followed, and there was reports that one of the groups was armed with knives. At that point, there was a large gentleman that was very muscular, very big guy. He was severely injured. He had his nose, his mouth, his face was all bloodied up, and he was extremely agitated. And he was heading down there. And I gathered that he wanted to continue the fight. So I restrained him as best I could. I tried calming with him and talking with him, saying that you're on camera, and pointed out the cameras to him. At that point, he was trying to physically go past me, threatening if he didn't, he was going to shoot me, etc. He turned around and he headbutted me and was still threatening to shoot and stab me. I restrained him on the ground. I had some help from my fellow officers who returned back. They continued to restrain him, and then we had further reports that people were being stabbed in the car park. So I left my officers to look after the one POI that we'd restrained, and then I went down to the car park. There was a young gentleman that was coming up that had been stabbed in the side and the torso, and he was bleeding fairly badly. I made the call for all my officers to stand back and not come down, and we'll try to wait, just to put their safety first and wait for the police to arrive. I think if you look at the recent history of Sydney in the last few months with all the alcohol, fuel violence, those sorts of things, it's a reminder that people that do employ security staff that these things can and do happen. Security industry, typically it's an underappreciated industry, so it's nice to see a foundation like this recognising people, and also to work at the Opera House, to have the support of senior management. It's really good when things like that happen, and also on behalf of the team. Like, if the team didn't do the job that they did, I probably wouldn't be getting this award, so it's as much as their award as mine, so it's very gratifying for them to experience something like this and see the rewards as well.
For his clear-headed leadership and facing personal danger, the Australian Security Medals Foundation is pleased to award Ross Chapman the Australian Security Medal for Valour.